Hello and welcome you hot people. Today I will show you how to add a little bit of spice to GTR2. It's a pretty old sim. I think made in 2006 or some shit. But it's reliable and super good, so why not? Now I am planning on making my own league, as you can see here. This stuff is still private when I'm making this video. But I will show you how to set up your shit for it to actually work. So of course you need to have GTR2 on Steam, or you could also maybe use the free GTR2 from Steam Unlocked. Depends if you wanna download some illegal stuff, but not really illegal, but just download it illegally. So first of all, zerotier. As you can see here, it simulates like a LAN network. It's like Hamachi, but yeah, it allows like a whole lot bigger group of people. Now when you're on the zerotier website, you can see that you can download it, but first you sign up or log in. What I did, to be honest, was just click on login. Well, of course I'm already logged in now, but basically what I did, I pressed on login and then just logged in with my Google account. It works. Then after you made an account, you're gonna download this one for Windows, okay? Very hot. When you have downloaded it, you're gonna get this MSI file and you're just gonna install it. You're gonna see only a small window with the installer, and the thing is, it's gonna be here, this little thing. Now I'm connected to this one. Hold on, let me disconnect it. And then you click on join new network. It opens up a little window where you put in a 16-digit network ID. So what do? You copy paste it from my server, go back on here, copy paste it and join it. It should work here. Now you can see the ID and GTR2 Racing League, and that means you're already connected to the little network. Now to actually set up GTR2, because you have to set it up for it to actually function correctly. Now what you need to do is launch the game at least once. Launch it once, and then if you wanna, you can set up all of the shit, maybe try out driving or some shit, but you actually only need to launch it like fully into the main menu, and then you can exit again. You then download the US patch. Now you can download it like this here. I need to re-edit the message, don't worry, but I have actually made a media file link with the whole zip file. So here you have the zip, you open it with a WinRAR or whatever, then you open this one, and then you can see all of the mods, and with all of them I mean 4. Now after you have this opened like this, you're gonna hop onto there, right click it, and then you're gonna like I don't know what it's in English, but for me it's go to local shit. Just go into the files of the game basically. But now, as I said, you're gonna install the GTR2 US patch, which means you're gonna go here, double click, go into it, and then you're just gonna run this, then click OK, next, accept, next, and then here you're gonna select this folder with the one you just opened. So it installs all of the patches, because this US patch updates the game from 1.0.0.0 to 1.1.0.0. So it goes from 1.0 to 1.1. I already did that, so I'm pressing cancel. Now, after you did that, you're gonna go back to the server, install this GTR2 file, and then when you downloaded the GTR2 file from my Discord server, you're gonna go into wherever you fucking downloaded it. I already installed drag the exe file into it, so I'm just gonna use a random ass PNG. But basically what you do, imagine this is the exe, okay, that you just downloaded from my server. You take this, alt tab, and then drag and drop it into here and replace the current GTR exe file. And then you already have most of the shit done. You have the US patch installed with the new exe. Now you can either launch it already and play, or what you normally have to do for at least my league, install these 3 mods. This one is cars, this is track, this is also cars. So what you do, you open this one, the 2001 ELMS, and then you see this game data folder. You're gonna drag and drop it into the GTR2 folder, and just let it, you know, do its thing. If it says replace files blah 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 blah, just click yes. And you're gonna do the same for the prototype SCC mod. Now I already have it installed because I'm very cool. So when you open that prototype SCC folder, you're gonna go in here, game data, and do the same thing like in the 2001 mod. Drag and drop it into here. Now with the Le Mans 2019, it's the La Sarthe track. After you've opened the folder, you're gonna have this one, but you don't open it because, well, there's no game data. Why? Because it's a track. So what you actually do is go back into the game files for GTR2, go into game data, into locations, and then drag and drop the Le Mans _ 2019 folder into it. That's it. You have installed the track and you have installed all of the cars, and it should launch like this. Now, as it says right here, don't launch it from Steam and don't make any shortcuts. So basically, when you want to play this, let me simulate this by closing this. Now, normally if you want to play this, you open your library, your Steam library, go onto here, then go into the stuff, into the game directory, and then individually launch the GTR2 exe, like I just did. In the game itself, you have, you know, the easy shit. Driving school, I have like completed none, I think. Yeah, none. But you don't need them. You can also just use open practice. Now, normally you start here or here. No, normally you start here. When you go into open practice or time trial, whatever. And then you click on the little arrow, and then you can already see all of the prototypes. Now this is still prototype SCC, but it's divided into individual stuff, which makes it easier. Then you have the single makes, specials. Single makes and specials are from the game itself. ELMS 2001. And then, for example, if I were to drive the ELMS 2001, you go into the model, and then you can choose the cars. You can drag them around, go to the showroom, Of course, this game is old and the mods aren't the newest too, so the models, of course, aren't the most high quality, but it is what it is. Here you can see all of the car models, and what the US patch actually does is add the Porsches. You can't see it in this car list right now, and add the Ferraris because of licensing, because the license stopped. They couldn't have Porsche and Ferrari in the game anymore, so they just removed it from the selection. The AI would normally then drive it, but it's just gonna be completely gray cars, which wouldn't look nice. Now, if you wanna drive, let me just choose a model right here. Look, these are the LPs. You can have this thing. Now, you go to circuit. You can choose any circuit. Here you have the Circuit de la South 2019. Normally, when you see a track from in-game, you click on the map. It shows a cool map, blah, 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 blah. Here, when you click on it, you just have the most stupidest placed logo imaginable. But still, then you click Circuit de la South, and then you have the summary. You see your car, drag it around, race start time, private test, yes, no, all that. Then you press continue, and then you get in-game. But now, as if you haven't noticed, I'm showing you around the game. In the options, you can see very normal, simple stuff. You can change the normal shit like default view, mirror, speed indicator, unit of measurement, race distance. I mean, in what type of measurement it's measured. You can either have to drive specific laps or a specific time. Then in video, if you don't have a little penis PC, you can turn everything to the max. Here you can choose whatever. I put it to 100 because why not? Then audio. Normally I have music on, but not right now because it's copyrighted, and you can add your own custom music in the directory itself. It's in a folder called music, and then you can just delete all of the original music and then just drag and drop your own MP3 files into it. Then advanced, you can turn shit on and off. And multiplayer, you can that's just quick chat, to be honest. Controls. Now I have my wheel connected. Now with when the game came out, 900 degrees turning wheels weren't really a thing, so you need to go into your own wheel settings and put it onto 540 degrees. And this is just, normal binding. You know how to bind shit. It shows a clutch thing. You can use it, but it doesn't really make a difference here. So just drive with clutch. It doesn't really change anything. Here you can make some normal stuff. Never turn this to 0%. It's absolutely stupid turning this off. Like, the car handles like doo-doo. That's how I'm gonna say it. Forced, it doesn't have the best force feedback. I mean, it's good for its time, but it's mostly just at least for me, it only vibrates when you're on the curbs. So you press on wheel and then you can put it on full or high or whatever. I put it on high because I don't need that much. Then on realism, here you can choose their own difficulty. I made it custom. I suck, so I have stability help on. But yeah, and ABS and TCS, like traction control, and anti-lock because I suck ass. Here you can do the damage sensitivity. Then you can disable damage and put on a corner markers. And you can also turn on flag rules, full cross yellow, all of that shit. And that's basically all of the options. Now, when you have chosen your car circuit, then you just press on continue. Oh yeah, and private test. Private test means if you have it enabled, you're the only car. When you have it disabled, there may be like 4 or 5 different cars. I'm gonna turn it off for now. Then continue. Then now you can see a good track map. I don't know why I didn't use it for the rest. Now it's loading of, as you can see. Now when you hear in game, here you can see the field. White name means in pits. On track means, well, on track. Blue name on track. Completely dark gray name means they got disqualified, meaning like, I don't know, broke the rules, broke the car, had incest, I don't know, random shit. Then garage. Here you can have your like setup, change your setup. Like, holy fuck. Like, you can change the gearing and brakes and tire strategy, blah 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 blah. Like, holy fuck, bro. Online file, don't do that, because they want your product key and then you put it in and the servers got turned off, so it doesn't work. Then timing, you can see, well, the general timing and the sectors and penalties and shit, and yeah. And here you can see in what session you are, how long you have left, the track temperature, ambiance, conditions, forecast. Now when you press on this button, you get make the monitor really loud. You can turn on the monitor, you can't hear anything, the car isn't started yet. Then you can hear your player, which means you go to yourself, switch car. There's not any different cars, so it doesn't really switch. Here you can have different onboard views. Then television, you know, television stuff. Here you can yourself turn on the shit, and yeah. Here you can change your seat position if you haven't binded it in the options. Then just drive. Now, well, you can just drive. This is basically as you can see, there's no pit limiter. You would need to put it on yourself. I don't know. Oh, I don't know how to do that because I haven't binded it. So I just stay below 60 myself, and then it's all good. And because it's a mod, you can see that the hands don't line up perfectly. The left side, you have your own position, and then of course the cars, like how many cars are on track. Then you have the life gap for the next car, like the car ahead of you, and the life gap to the car behind you. And in the middle you have, well, your rear view mirror. You can also just bind it, and you know, don't really need it, but I mean, yeah, you do need it. It's much more helpful. Then on the right side you have how many laps you have driven from out of how many laps there are. And normally under the lap it then show, like if there's a specific amount of time you're driving, it shows how many laps you have driven and how much time you have left to race. Then, well, the stuff under that is self-explanatory. Your best lap, your current lap, and the split gap between yourself and the leader of the race or of qualifying and all that. Then bottom right, you know, normal shit like what gear you are in, your rev, and your speed, which depends on what you have chosen, if it's either miles per hour or kilometers per hour. On the bottom left, you can see a blue icon with the fuel and next to it, the fuel. I don't really know what it really means, to be honest, but well, I think just going to the pits when the lights up. On the red, you know, on just overheating. On the blue, you have the pits, or if you request pits, then you go into the pits. But normally you don't have to request pits, you just go into it and it works. Then under that you have all of these little icons to see what the fuck you have enabled. And of course you can also change views and all that, and look left and right. And that's pretty much it. Then you when you press pause. Oh yeah, you can see I have my shit bounded to my arrow keys. You can't use your mouse on this. You have to use your arrow keys. You have continue, restart, save, return to garage, replay of like the last minute or 2 minutes. Then you have autopilot on. If you turn that on, it starts driving by itself. I'm not doing anything right now. And then if you have it bounce, you can then, on the top you can see player control, and now I'm driving it. Which is really cool. Of course you can just hide the menu to maybe like change stuff and all that. But yeah, return to garage. That is basically it. Now, for the multiplayer, don't go to internet, it requires your product key again and all that shit. You go to local network. Now of course there's no games here right now, but then you would see game name, circuit, players and ping. Now I'm gonna, every time I host, as you can see, you can refresh, stop, host, and then add a specific IP address. That will be stupid. Don't do that, because you can just see it here. I mean, you can, but I'm definitely not giving people my IP address to play GTR2 with me. And then when you want to host, like what I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna be using this LAN, then host, and then you can have all of the shared specific restrictions, a specific password. For example, if you're connected to this network and only want to play with your friends, you can, I don't care. Because it's gonna be online pretty much every single time. I mean, I can't really even turn off the zero-tier network, so Then you just type in sexy penis homo. Oh, is there? Yeah, there's a type limit. Okay, hom. Sexy penis hom. And then you press on host, enter game name. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And it doesn't even work. Okay, sex penis homo. That works. And then press on the little check mark, starting session. It's gonna take a while. Like, actually a while. I honestly don't know. On my older laptop it goes faster. I'm not joking. Then of course it loads in, yada yada yada, and boom, you're in game. You have a chat, monitor, grid order, blah 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 blah. And that was it. If you have any problems, tell me in the Discord server. Don't worry, I will make a specific extra channel for help stuff, for questions. Just ping me in there and, well, you're good. Oh yeah, and this firewall shit, you can just allow it. And that was pretty much it. I hope that helped somewhat. Yeah. I hope people will join this league other than my friends. I don't have any problem with my friends, but still. And I will see you in the next video.